This is Jason Keaton with Jiujitsu Columbus here in lovely Columbus, Georgia. And I wanted to give you a couple of reasons of why I am so happy that I actually started traditional martial arts first. A lot of times when, the guys of my generation, we had did martial arts before going to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, we eschew those other arts sometimes because we felt like we wasted our time. And I think I was in that same boat. So in the beginning, I was doing jiu-jitsu and I got into boxing and I was like, man, I really wasted my time with these other arts. But now that I'm older, I can see that those other martial arts really had a lot of benefits. Even though maybe some of the ways like we think about practicality of martial arts is only based on the fighting portion. I feel like those things gave me a good base to really excel at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and here's the reasons why. Number one is that it taught me a lot about a lot of different styles. So the style of martial arts I got into first was Taekwondo. And though I liked it and, I saw people, that were kind of good, I didn't feel like the instruction was good. The second style I got into was Wing Chun, but it was really mixed with a lot of stuff. So we actually got to learn a lot of like wrist locks, toe holds. We actually learned arm bars. I learned a lot about different kicks and karate kicks. And we did get some full contact sparring in. So even though I felt like I was wasting a lot of my time with doing like chi sao and all that stuff, in retrospect, I did get to learn those big concepts of how to use joint locks. All right, I learned about how to be a good training partner. I learned how to do great break falls because we would really, if somebody grabs your wrist and they really are jamming you, you have to break fall. And I do believe that that is a thing that in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, learning those wrist locks and stuff, even if it's just learning how to fall properly and get the proper rolls, it's worth it. Yeah, maybe it's a low percentage move, but it is something worth kind of exploring, I think. All right, and it's teaching you about balance. All right. One of the big things I got from it. Number one is I learned a lot about different styles. So I learned about punching, I learned about kicking, I learned some grappling, and I learned some of the stuff about the ground from there. It was kind of like loosely based, but I did learn triangle and armbar. Another thing that traditional martial arts gave me was discipline. I was very undisciplined, even though I had wrestled and cut weight and all that stuff. As a young adult, I didn't really have what it took to be good really at anything. I kind of came from a messed up background and nobody really expected much of me. So I didn't expect really much of me either. So one of my martial arts instructors, Henry Cook, he really forced me to be disciplined. So if I didn't really have any good reason not to train, he would call me. And if I tried to use the blind card, it's like, I can't see, I didn't feel like doing that, then he would send somebody to get me. So what I kind of gathered through that was that, you could train every day. All right, we trained every day except for Sunday, and that gave me the discipline I needed to kind of excel later on at Jiu-Jitsu. So once I was transferred over to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, hey, I'm already used to training 3 to 4 hours a day. I know that's what it takes. Next thing you know, I'm starting to get better and better. So without that traditional martial arts background for me, learning things like self-discipline, integrity, all those things, I don't think I would even have been able to pick up Jiu-Jitsu and done very well with it. Another thing that the traditional martial arts gave me was it gave me a good idea of how I learned. So even though, I just got out of high school and even when I was in high school, I didn't really understand, I didn't have a lot of self-awareness, I guess is what I'm saying. So I didn't really get the idea that, this is how I learn. I'm like an audio learner, not just because I have bad vision, but because that's how I think. I think conceptually. So if I'm thinking like that, we're all thinking conceptually, right? But the point is that, if you give me a concept, then I can use that information and go this way. So through traditional martial arts, I got to see what was my learning style. And that is one of the things that, I just don't think I would have been able to excel as well if I didn't have that. Traditional martial arts also helped me get in really good shape. So like I said, I had wrestled and stuff like that, but I didn't really have a reason to be fit if I wasn't wrestling. So basically, I'd wrestle, I'd get fat, and come to wrestling season again, I'd lose weight. But when I got into traditional martial arts, of course, like many people, I started reading Bruce Lee books and whatever. And Bruce was such a big proponent for physical health that inspired me to get in good shape. And then at the time, the movies like Bloodsport and all this, you see the guys are in great shape. So I wanted to be in good shape too, so I started lifting weights, I was running, and I was keeping in good shape. So it gave me a good reason to stay in shape and be a lifelong fitness enthusiast. Thank you for sitting through this video and listening to me talk about martial arts. I hope you got something out of it, and I hope that maybe I'm helping people with these videos and giving you my experiences and my ideas about martial arts. So if you like what we've done, please click subscribe, hit that bell icon so that we have new videos coming out, you can follow us, all right? If you have any questions that you would like to have me answer, please email them to blindfurybjj@gmail.com, all right? And I'll see you on the mat.